Hey guys, welcome to the Potty. My name is AJ.
Hello guys, this is Lex, and as always, welcome back to another video.
So today was a very choppy day in the stock market. We had Apple earnings, we had Amazon earnings, we had Square earnings, we had Airbnb earnings, and we're gonna go through all of them and basically we're gonna show what is happening. Is it a time to buy? Is it a time to invest in any of these? Let's get right to it. So the two biggest companies, which is Apple and Amazon, had earnings, but both of them had different results, totally complete opposite results. Surprisingly, Apple was in the red today. Uh, their earnings are is down 3 quarters straight, so they didn't beat on revenue 3 times in a row, and it's happened last year too, where they finally beat in quarter 4, but after quarter 4, they're not giving. No, sorry, quarter 3 and quarter 4, quarter 1, and quarter 2 have been bad, and their guidance isn't good either. So let's go right to it. Let's go to the QQQ. Right now, the QQQ was obviously it was down. It's a major Apple and Amazon holder, so we saw it go down, but it shot back up. It went in the green, almost got to 1% too, and then all of a sudden, the sell-off began, and it did not look back. So people who were buying, and this is what happens. They're trying to look for a dip. It never came. This went throughout for the past 2 hours. It was just selling off like ridiculously. Going to Apple, as you can see, Apple basically was all choppy all day, and then the sell off began, and it's no longer a $3 trillion company. Now let's go to its financials. So as you can see, let's go to the quarterly. Quarterly, as you can see, it's down 2.5%. It did not beat. Revenue is bad. The only thing is that it did succeed on its operating expenses, but the cost of revenue is just not there. So a lot of things are not, working out from them, but they do have a lot of cash on hand. Even with the new Apple savings account, customers have put $10 billion close to estimate into their savings account, and basically they have services that are going for them, which is making them money, but like there is a downturn in sales. And another guidance that is going forward, because school is starting, so a lot of people will be buying iPads for their kids, or MacBooks, things like that. But that is another way for them to you expect that their quarter is going to be good, but they're saying that their guidance is going to be slow. So which causes results, and like if Apple's getting affected, is other companies going to be getting affected too? But that was not the case for Amazon. Amazon, as you can see, their quarterly earnings, their revenue was up 9%. It like doubled expectations. It tripled in their AAWS too, so their gross profit was obscenely crazy. It beat last quarter's profit margins too. Operating expenses have been down too by double digits, which is very, very good. And it had a back-to-back quarters of doing that. So what happened today? So as you can see, Amazon was at 129. It had a little sell-off before quarter earnings. If you go back to the 30-minute chart, you can see it was at 134, low to 125. So it did give you a little bit of a dip right before earnings, and then at earnings it just popped up, went to 142, 144, 143 was the highest, and then it had a little bit of a sell-off too, and then it went down. And this is going to be another strong resistance points now. So you can see 140 is a strong resistance point. So if it breaks that and goes under 137.50, you might want, which is right here, you might see a little buying opportunity right there. But Amazon is strong, and it had a strong result, strong quarterly earnings. So look for that. The next one, Airbnb. This was important for showing how the market is taking, the housing markets are going. So as you can see, the earnings went, and it did go down a lot, but then it did recover. So basically when they had the earnings calls, you could see the financials that Airbnb is still doing strong, especially it had 20% revenue growth, and their operating expenses went down too. So Airbnb is actually doing strong. It just didn't meet expectations going forward in their guidance, which did not give it a jump. Now, if we go to the other one, Square is a block payment. Now, this shows you a lot of things that is happening going forward with payments. There's multiple payment processing systems. So basically, Square did not meet expectations. Its financials did do good, but their guidance and their interest and everything is not what it, you know, investors expected. Everything is going good. And even though everything is going good, investors were not happy because of their guidance. So you can say, oh, but it beat EPS, it beat earnings, it beat revenue. What's wrong? Why is it going down? As you can see, since it beat, it gave them a little boost up. But when people look at the guidance, it just, that is key for investors nowadays. Guidance, what is going to be happening next, especially when there's a recession still looming forward. And plus, there are interest rate hikes. So people are looking ways to save their money. And they're still using a lot of their credit cards and stuff like that. But you got Visa and MasterCard that is basically killing in that area. So processing payments did not do really good. It went down 13%. Can it be a buying opportunity? Well, let's go to the daily. So as you can see, Square is still in a block. It's been going up, down, go up, down, which is not really good if you're like in this head and shoulders type of position. It could, if they don't do good, it could be another company that's going to be going down if a recession is actually looming. So this is basically been a whole sell off lately, and it's still in a head and shoulder position. Will it have a double top? But most likely, I don't think so. I don't think this is a good buying opportunity. I would want to wait and see if it breaks the $50 resistance level. If it does break the $50 resistance level, I see it going down into the 30s, which then I would be a short seller if I'm a long term. But as a day trader, I love the zigzags. Going forward with stocks, we have uh, the QQQ. Let's go back to the QQQ. So on the QQQ, we're on the daily. Let's go on the daily. As you can see, we're in this big resistance line right here where we had put. So if we do expect some good news from the CPI and everything, we might get a little boost going into September. Now, when we go into September, if the rate hikes stop or if there's a pause, we can see all-time highs. And that is what most investors are still predicting, that we're going to still be in this bull run. Now, coming back to this, that doesn't certainly need to happen. If there is a correction in August, because August can get a little choppy, we can see it go down to 361, or if it even breaks that level, 356, 357. That would be a key point to come in if you want to be, if there is still a correction or a sell off coming through before the September meeting, which is going to be supposedly a live meeting. So we'll see a lot of volatility in this area. So basically going forward, look for a lot of volatility going into September. If it does break this 370 resistance, like I said, I will be short. And if it bounces off, I'm going to start looking to 375 into the 383 area. And after it passes the 383, 385, I'm definitely going to be long and I'm going to be holding till September. This is not financial advice. This is basically, do your own due diligence and, make your own decisions. We're not financial advisors. Do you want to add anything, Lex?
Well, just you know, hoping that it's gonna get better. That's all. I mean, Apple is Apple. It's gonna have their up and downs. Airbnb also. I mean, everybody goes on vacation right now, especially in the summertime. But I mean, not every year is gonna be a good year. Not every month is gonna be a good month also. So let's go ahead and hope for the best.
All right, guys, if you like that, like, share, and subscribe. And please comment and tell me how we can do better. And take care.
Thank you, guys.